Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to W.M.S.T podcast. Here is our spoiler review for Joker. Joining me today is the ladies' man, Shawn. What up, Shawn?
Moon and Brew back on it again. Get it, baby.
Back on the grind. And here is editor-in-chief Ziggler. What up, Ziggler?
Shawn didn't want to see this movie with me in IMAX, but I'm okay.
Yeah, and as always, I'm your host, Syed. And yeah, this truly was an experience of a lifetime, like I said in my non-spoiler review. Joker's origin has been questioned for the last 80 years. He's never really had a solid origin story that you can actually say that happened. Like like one of the Joker's famous quotes is his story is not a straightforward story. It's a multiple choice. And this movie uh, looked at Joker in a way that was grounded in reality, and that was really awesome. So a few things I want to talk for the spoiler talk was how his story how his backstory went. Like Arthur Fleck, this man, he was bullied like crazy in the movie, and you see him go through all this abuse and trauma. And on top of all that, his mother tells him, he finds out a letter that shows that uh, Thomas Wayne is his dad. But then we later find out that his mother is crazy, and Thomas Wayne wasn't his father, which breaks his heart, and it shows like the abuse he went through throughout his life is what made him who he is, and that was truly heartbreaking to see. Uh, like it's just peeling the layers. Like this movie did that so beautifully. Uh, Honestly, I was in shock how well they peeled the layers of this character in such a disciplined manner. And going back to the abuse, just seeing this guy getting beat up uh, and being bullied for being different, it just reminded me, treat the people around you the way you want to be treated, and when you treat them like this is what happens. Uh, and of course, the Murray ended up making fun of him. Actually, the scene where Murray calls him to the stage and has him tells him like you're the son I never had. I feel like that was a uh, fake ad, maybe, because he does act like he's never seen him before when he looks at the tapes of him doing the comedy, and when he makes fun of him for his comedy shows, I was like, man, that's heartbreaking. Like that's one of his heroes making fun of him, and that's definitely one of the reasons why he went off the rail. Like it just kept building it and building and building.
Yeah,
And
that thing with him and the Murray in the beginning, that was like all like fake though. Like
yeah,
just like with that relationship with that woman, Jay-Z Beats.
yeah.
The second Robert De Niro said, I would trade all of it to have a son like you. I'm like, yeah, it's fake.
Yeah, it felt kind of fake, and it's sad because that's kind of all he wanted. Like he wanted to feel wanted. He wanted when he confronted Thomas Wayne, he was like, "How about you greet me nicely? How about a hug?" And he doesn't want his money. Just
And he
give me that.
wanted a father too.
Yeah, I never had that, and it shows like how important father figures are in somebody's life, and it was truly heartbreaking. And it truly shows like society is the one that made him, and society is the villain of this movie. And mainstream media was not ready to admit it, so they trashed this movie. But when they realized that they were the ones being targeted, they are the reason somebody like Arthur Fleck could be made. They just wanted to spin the narrative. They just wanted to control the narrative, and a lot of people are realizing now that it is what it is. This is how people treat each other. This is real life, and it's truly sad to see how we treat each other sometimes. Uh, but speaking of Murray, that last 30 minutes of the movie were absolutely breathtaking. Uh, like when he got on stage, when he was introduced as Joker, like he wanted to, when he danced, I was in shock. I was like, this is it. This is the Joker. Like, that's it. Like, the 2 hours we spent, well, at that point, it was like 1.5 hours, like, we spent, was to that point, he became the Joker right there and then. And then when he pulled the gun and killed Murray, after that amazing speech talking about how society walks over people like him, but they care about the three Wayne Enterprise employees that were killed. It's like, my goodness, like he gave it his all in that speech, and it really exposed what media and people are like even nowadays. But yeah, that when he shot him, that was absolutely crazy. And then when he got arrested, and then the Joker supporters ran in to save him from in the police car. Dude, and then when he took the blood and then he smeared his face with a smile, like that whole scene, that whole cinematography there was absolutely chilling. I was getting chills up the spine. And another shocking thing I could not believe that this was in the movie was seeing the murder, the infamous murder of Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne. And the scene looked so familiar to the one that happened in Batman v Superman. It was actually kind of eerie and so weird. And it made me realize the day Joker was born, that's the exact day that Batman was born. The little kid who became Batman, that was the same day they were both essentially born. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Like I said in my spoiler review, non-spoiler review, this movie is absolutely perfect. This movie made me feel a lot of things, and the most important feeling it gave me was joy and satisfaction. And this movie, for sure, 100% gets 10 out of 10. Masterpiece. All right, Sean, your spoiler review for Joker. What were your spoiler thoughts?
Um, I wasn't expecting the murders. I mean, I kind of, I don't know why I forgot it was rated R for a second. Because I'm not used to like comic-based movies being R besides Deadpool, and I didn't even realize it until I heard like fucker, and even then sometimes it's not even R, but the goriness of the murders was so crazy, and I yelled every time, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" And like that scene where his boss is accusing him of stealing a sign. I felt so bad, and then like the way he was smiling, but like crying at the same time, so beyond creepy, and just like it hurt to see that. Like I felt so terrible, and the train scene where he kills those guys was fucking brutal. I was losing my shit. That was so crazy. Um, like obviously big props to Joaquin for doing that laugh all the time. It really shocked me to know that that his relationship with her wasn't real. It really fucking shocked me. Um, and his the dance in the bathroom was probably my favorite scene because it was so like horrifying yet so beautifully made. Um, just and the music was so fucking good. And um, what else? What else? The end where he gets on the Murray Franklin show was fucking like you could see in the beginning how he's still like he's a fan. He's a fan when he first meets him, and he's excited. And then when he gets on the show and he dances out there, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. This is the Joker, and And then you could see his frustration. That's what Joaquin was so good about. You could see his constant frustrations and like in talking to him, and you could see it building up more and more. And then he shoots him in the head, and I was like, oh my god! And the whole ending scene where he's being lifted out of the car and the fucking flames, it was so powerful. And just Jesus, man. The only thing that when he's getting the papers, when he's looking for the papers from about his mom, I was kind of like, okay, I check my phone, but like that was probably the only thing. It was just a little like it slowed
You
down,
checked
but
your phone when he was looking at the papers from his dude.
no,
That was such a crazy
when he was
part.
waiting for the black dude to give him the papers.
I
You
was like,
know when he was bringing them, like before that whole scene, I was like, all right, this is like a cool down scene. I checked my phone real quick, but then when I put it away when he started when you could see how he's like fucking like getting upset and I and when he's reading the papers, I was oh my god, fucking Phoenix is fucking amazing. Um, the worst killing for me had to be like not the worst, like the most brutal was he killed his his coworker and then he let the midget go. Like that was fucking and he was just talking to him like it was nothing, and that was fucking disturbing, really. And uh, this is probably the best rendition of the Joker, and props to Joaquin Phoenix for amazing performance. 10 out of 10.
All right, awesome, man. And I do agree with you. That dancing scene was truly some great cinematic work right there. And Ziggler, your thoughts on Joker, your spoiler review. Go ahead.
yeah. Even though the movie title says Joker, it still like doesn't feel like a comic book movie. It just feels like a great piece of art, and it's just, I mean, it's not really a comic book movie, but it has the elements of a comic book movie. Like it has like the characters and stuff. Like I can easily see this like as like a regular movie other than a comic book movie. I can easily see this as a regular movie, but I guess you had to have like the Joker name to get people in the seats. And but yeah, I love the laugh thing because like we had like a laughing disorder and stuff, and yeah, I even loved like the little like detail like it hurt him when he laughed like he had to like
That's it. That's actually the cause of the condition, so it's legit.
what.
That's actually what the condition does to you. It like it kills. It really hurts to do it because it's uncontrollable.
Oh, okay. I know. That's
Just
why I said
stating. Just
I
stating.
loved. I said I love. That's why I love that detail. And like only like an actor like Joaquin could probably do that. He just. I mean, this wasn't Joaquin. Like he like transformed into this actor with the whole weight loss, and it was crazy to see him like that. And like when he was dancing with the gun, he was like shirtless, so you can like see like how skinny he was. He was dancing to the music on the TV, and then he freaking shot the wall. That was funny. And
When he dropped the gun in the kid's
oh
hospital.
yeah, when he dropped the gun in the kid's hospital, that was that was funny too. But yeah, then it was sad when he got fired. It was because of that fucking coworker, and yeah, the coworker that gave him that gun. And I just really loved this movie, and I loved everything about it. There's not a scene wasted, and when shit when shit just turned sideways, when like it started getting like crazy as fuck. It was the minute he started putting on his makeup, that the white paint on his face, and then and dyeing his hair, and then and then you hear the buzzer, then he lets his two former coworkers in, and then yeah, that last 30 minutes, I would say it was most likely 30 minutes. It was just fucking chaos, and it was awesome. And and I loved it too when he, like, after he killed, I can't remember the coworker's name, but he killed him with a pair of scissors, and he's
Yeah,
just
I think his name was Randolph.
yeah, and he's just sitting there laughing. You know, I'm not sure if he was laughing, but he was like smiling with the blood on his face. It looked so awesome, and it was cool. It was awesome, and how the like, I thought he was gonna kill the little guy too, but then again, the little guy didn't do anything to him. Then Arthur said, "You're always good to me." So yeah, he always killed someone who did him wrong, and that woman did not do him wrong, so he didn't kill her, Shawn. But yeah, but that was crazy to, like, to see, like, how he made all of that up, how he made, like, this whole relationship with her up in his head. And I mean, it's sad, and it was just crazy when we found that out. Like, when he was just sitting, he just came into her house and just sat on her couch, and she was like, "Your name's Arthur, right?" And I was like, "What?" Like, "Oh shit, she doesn't know who that is." Like, shit, what the fuck was that? What the fuck is happening? It was, and that was crazy. And then when I first thought, when the ambulance crashed into him, I first thought that he was dead because he looked dead. I was like, "Oh shit, did they kill him off, really?" And I'm glad they did not kill him, because and then they carried him like he was fucking Jesus, and then they laid him on the cop car, and then he got up and they were all cheering, and it was awesome. And he was dancing on the car. That whole scene was just so fucking beautiful. I can just go back to the movie theaters, pay my $17 just to see just to see that scene again. Yeah, it was like, just like you said, it was breathtaking, and I just want to see it again really, really bad. And I'm probably gonna see it maybe this weekend again, or maybe Tuesday, because it's cheaper on Tuesdays. So yeah, this was just a masterpiece. So it was great.
Your score still stands, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I can literally find no flaws,
Yeah,
and
man. DC fucking did
it's,
it, man.
I mean, yeah, they really did do it. And all they had to do was just not follow the comics. It's weird.
Yeah.
Also, it was crazy when he was in Arkham, and then when he killed that lady, like, you don't see him killing the lady, you just see him walking out of that room. And it was weird. I was like, wait, he's walking out of the room and nobody's watching him? And then you see his footprints, and there's blood on his footprints. So like, holy shit. It was awesome. And then the guard's chasing him. He's like, see him like run that way, and then you see him again running that way, like a Scooby-Doo shit. I was like, oh, that was funny. And yeah, it was great. And then they played Frank Sinatra and then the clowns. So yeah.
Yeah, that was truly awesome, man.
You know what I thought was cool? What I really liked, how they showed him on the Murray Franklin show through like the way of a TV. I thought that was really cool. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I thought that made a cool element to it. Like you're seeing how it looks that the Joker's on the TV. I thought that was really nice.
Also,
true.
I expected a lot more deaths, to be honest, in there. I thought he was going to kill more people, but like,
Six. I mean, he did kill 6 people, so.
well, no, in the Murray Franklin thing, I thought he was
Oh,
going to
yeah,
start
during
shooting
the
oh
show,
everybody.
yeah, I
right?
thought everyone was gonna die, but he didn't have like a machine gun though, so he couldn't really do that. He had
And
like
he
a
Yeah.
wasted all
pistol.
the bullets on Murray's corpse.
Well, also, none of the people really did him wrong there. Well, wait, that's not true. They did laugh,
Yeah, true.
but
I thought he was
also,
gonna.
what was cool, that that freaking, like in the beginning of the movie, the old Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, because this movie
Yeah,
takes place in the
and
80s,
then
so it's like,
and
yeah.
then the credits were like credits from like the 80s. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. It was awesome.
Yeah, I liked how it was like the 80s credit. It didn't like
Yeah.
roll like the regular credits. I didn't
Yeah.
want. I know there was no end credit scene, but I did not want to leave the theater until everything was over.
Yeah, me too. When the credits were rolling, my jaw was just on the floor the whole time.
Yeah, I was
I
just
I
it,
thought
appreciate.
I
I
thought
was
one
just in
like
awe. And
what
then didn't you also hear the Joker's laugh like during the credits, like the beginning of
yeah
the credits?
I did, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
one thing that like I really want to give props to is the cellist who made the music. This German lady, I think. Fucking hell, did she make a beautiful yet horrifying uh tone for whenever he's in a dark spot, when he's reading the note, when he's dancing, when he's
true.
before he's about to go out, when he's painting his face, like, and when he's walking alone, just that deep, low, like cello was fucking terrifying. But that scene where he's just dancing after he killed them was just like
I
shockingly beautiful.
I loved it too when he was dancing on the stairs and like you see in the trailers.
I
I
wasn't
I love
expecting
that
to that
scene.
song though, to the
Well,
hey.
it was different too because he just felt powerful. He felt happy.
I thought it was gonna be a type of music like from the trailer or something, but it was like it was different.
Yeah.
Like he even said in the movie, like his entire life he has never been happy for 1 minute.
Oh,
And
we can't forget how he killed his mother.
Yeah, because he felt like she did him dirty
That was
throughout his life.
fucking brutal. That was really hard to watch.
well, she did. I mean, her boyfriends freaking abused him.
Tied him to a radiator or something. But like Jesus, man, that was it was
That was
very
an
hard to
experience.
it was very hard to watch like some of the murders, but like
Yeah, I don't get like people are saying like it was like disturbing and hard to watch. Like nothing was really hard to watch. Like my eyes were just glued to the
well,
Yeah, it's
not
just
screen.
everyone has no like feeling in their heart. Like it was it was a little disturbing to watch.
What do you mean? I don't
honestly
have?
no, it
Yes, I had
wasn't.
feel. I felt so bad for Joaquin. I
I
felt
did
so
Yeah.
too, but
bad.
it's obviously when you see like something so like realistically like when you see him smiling and then he's crying too when the guy's accusing him of selling the sign, that was really hard for me to watch because I felt so bad. But then when you see him beating the shit out of that dude after stabbing him in the face like that, like, and he's just laughing with all the blood on his face, that was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, like that just shows you like that's why like mainstream media is trying to like say like, hey, this movie is really disturbing, you shouldn't watch it, blah blah blah, because they
Look, it's disturbing
realize
to me, damn it.
no, because they realize that this movie portrays them as the bad guys, the society as somebody who created him and somebody like this. So that's what they're trying to show.
And it's
Not
true
avoid.
though.
Yeah, exactly. It is true.
People
And
hate the truth.
people hate the truth. People don't want you to know the truth. And this movie definitely delivers on that promise.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.